Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Officials in Canada, Mexico, and China have warned that U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's promise to impose massive tariffs on America's three biggest trading partners could hurt the economies of all four countries. Dear friends, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more informative videos. One will follow another in response to tariffs, and so on. Until we put our common business at risk, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said. Trump on Monday night vowed to impose additional tariffs of 25% on goods from Mexico and Canada and 10% on goods from China. He said these duties were to control drugs and illegal immigration. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said he spoke with Trump hours after the announcement and planned to meet with Canadian provincial leaders on Wednesday to discuss a response. When a trade war or a tariff war? The international pushback came a day after Trump announced his plans for his first day in office, January 20th, in a post on his social media website, Truth Social. Trudeau said his country was ready to work with the United States in constructive ways. It's a relationship that we know takes a certain amount of work to do, and that's what we're going to do, Trudeau told reporters. In a phone call with Trump, Trudeau said the pair discussed trade and border security, with the Prime Minister pointing out that the number of immigrants crossing the Canadian border is much lower than at the U.S.-Mexico border. Trump's team declined to confirm the phone call, but Trump spokesman Stephen Chung added that world leaders had sought to build a strong relationship with Trump because he represents global peace and stability. Mexican President Sheinbaum told reporters on Tuesday that neither threats nor tariffs would solve the migration trend or drug consumption in the United States. Reading from a letter she said she would send to Trump, Sheinbaum also warned that Mexico would retaliate by imposing its own tariffs on U.S. imports, which would endanger ordinary businesses. He said Mexico had taken measures to combat illegal immigration into the U.S., and convoys of migrants will no longer reach the border. He added that the drug problem is a public health and consumption problem in your country's society. Sheinbaum, who took office last month, said U.S. automakers make some of their parts in Mexico and Canada. If tariffs go up, who will be hurt? General Motors, he said. Meanwhile, Lu Pinyu, a spokesman for the Chinese embassy in Washington, told the BBC that China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation is mutually beneficial in nature. He denied that China allows chemicals used in the manufacture of illegal drugs, including fentanyl, to be smuggled into the U.S. China has responded to the U.S. request to confirm clues in some cases and has taken action, Lu said. All of this proves that China's knowingly allowing fentanyl precursors into the United States is completely contrary to facts and reality. President Joe Biden has left and placed tariffs on China that Trump introduced in his first term, and added a few more of his own. Currently, the vast majority of what the two countries sell to each other is subject to tariffs. 66.4% of U.S. imports from China and 58.3% of Chinese imports from the U.S. Speaking in the House of Commons in Ottawa, Trudeau told lawmakers that the idea of going to war with the United States is not something anyone wants. He told them to don't panic and work together. This is something we will do seriously, methodically, but without panicking, he said. The leaders of the Canadian provinces proposed that they would impose their own tariffs on the United States. The things we sell to America are things they really need, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland said Tuesday. We sell them oil, we sell them electricity, we sell them precious minerals and metals. According to U.S. figures, America's northern neighbor contributed around $437 billion, 347 billion pounds, of U.S. imports in 2022, and was the biggest market for U.S. exports in the same year. Canada sends about 75% of its total exports to the United States. Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, Canada's most populous province, said Monday that the proposed tariffs would be devastating for workers and jobs in both Canada and the United States. Comparing us to Mexico is the most insulting thing I've ever heard, Ford said. Ford was echoed by the premiers of Quebec, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. While a post on Alberta Premier Daniel Smith's X account acknowledged that Trump has valid concerns about illegal activity along our shared border, the Canadian dollar, the loonie, has fallen in value since Trump vowed in January to impose tariffs on Canadian imports. The Canadian dollar fell below 71 US cents, the loonie's lowest level since May 2020, when Trump threatened to impose tariffs on Canadian goods during his first term as U.S. president. The Mexican peso fell to its lowest value this year, about 4.8 cents. Thanks for watching our videos.